Hello everyone and welcome back to the Livy app product demo sessions. Today we're going to talk a little bit more about what building managers can do for their buildings. What are the things that are available within the system for them to be able to manage the buildings and all of the details around what building staff and residents need for that facility. So let's jump right into it. From the dashboard, you can obviously quickly see building details from the quick actions where you can add a new building or even see how many buildings you have managed in the system. But you also have a navigation option to go into all of the building details. From the buildings page, you can see all of the buildings you have registered in the system, their location, how many units have registered for that building, and you can quickly access the building information that you want to apply changes to. So in this case, let's go to Toronto Lofts. When I click on Manage Building, I have a few sections that are important for you to understand. The first one on the very top is the building details, where you manage the address, the location of the building, and all of the units under that. This is also where you'd manage the information around payment that is available through the reservation workflow. Again, very top, the building name, address, location, full location, and even a way for you to describe the building if you have many different areas in the same physical geographical location, different buildings in the same address. You can identify that in here. And then you see here the Stripe payments connection. This is where you'd link your Stripe account, which allow you to receive payments through the application for any reservation that would require a payment to begin with. You can link your Stripe account very easily, automatically connected to the Stripe system, and this enables you to manage amenities in the building that would require a fee for a reservation. I can show you that next time. And again, another big and important piece of this is managing all the units available for that building. The units which showed in here that are as occupied cannot be taken action on unless you unassign a resident from that unit, and then you can take actions on that unit information from here. You can add new units to your building or remove units that have not been occupied yet. From here, you can quickly update the building, and that gets updated through the system across all of the different parts of the application. Another thing you can do through the building management area is managing all of the amenities of that building. From within the amenities section, you can see a list of all the amenities registered into that building. And at a glance, you see if it's a paid or free reservation type and the operating hours. If you click into any of the amenities, you see more information around what that amenity reservation booking type looks like. You'd see again the operating hours for different types of the day, the minimum and the maximum reservation window, and if there is a fee associated with that reservation. You can also attach different media, photos or videos that'll also allow residents, while they're submitting their request, to further identify which amenity they're trying to book the reservation for. We've seen a couple times where buildings and facilities have different barbecue areas or different party rooms or even different business centers and meeting places. So I'd use the photos, the videos that you can attach to the amenity to just better serve your residents with more information before they submit a reservation request. And then from here, you can see all of the reservations. You can generate a new reservation yourself, which would automatically be confirmed, or you can just wait for residents to submit a reservation request, and you'd see them all in here. The other thing you can do through the building management area is just managing all the documents available for that building. Any of the residents that are allocated to one of the units of these buildings would have access to these documents that you attach in the Dropbox. So this is basically a way for you to manage all of the documents available for that building. When you manage documents, you can add documents to your library, and these documents will be available to the residents to either download and fill out and then submit it back to you, or just download for reference. A lot of the times you have building announcements that would also want to include some link to a document, and keeping that document in the library just makes it very easy for residents to access it and then read the information that's pertaining to their building or to their units. Lastly, you can do a few things, which is managing the building staff, so all of the superintendent accounts, and in all of the residents you have associated with that building. When you manage superintendents, as a building manager, you can associate, you can create new superintendent records or users in the system, or you can associate across all of the available superintendent user accounts a superintendent to the building. In this case, we only had one superintendent account created, and that account is associated with that building, and that's why you see it up in here. Then lastly, you can do also manage, as I mentioned, the residents of the building. When you click on manage residents, you see all the residents you have associated with that building. You can invite new residents by simply typing their first name, last name, email, and the unit you have available for them. That creates an invitation that gets sent to the resident's email with a resident invite code that they can use to join the application. The last thing you'd see in here is just a quick summary of all the maintenance requests for that building. Again, we already seen what the request page looked like, and this is just another entry point to that page. Next, I'll talk a little bit more about the reservation workflow. I'll see you there. Thank you.